Yeah, and if you look back at like your time with Tiger and your time with Bryson, can you compare those two at all? Do they have any similarities or anything? Other than being great players, obviously.
Yeah, I mean, I think, in terms of like, Tiger obviously is notorious, is known for like his work ethic. But when I was working with him, he just didn't have his body didn't have the capacity to like hit a ton of balls, right? So it was very strategic with how much time he could spend hitting balls, just because of the back and all that. Bryson has the work ethic that I would imagine Tiger had in his prime, so there's that sort of comparison. And then just that overall curiosity. They're both very curious people. They both like love trying to understand the game, their own swing, just really kind of going deep into like thought of like what makes this all work. So both very smart and curious. And then going back to that other thing, like kind of willing to take risk, right? They had this vision, this goal in their mind, and they're willing to sort of say, okay, I'm going to take the risk to kind of achieve that. Because at the end of the day, there's a cost of doing nothing also, right? You do nothing. There's how many people who have not ever tried to get better and lost their tour card? So it's like we hear the horror stories of.
Hi, right here.
I lost my mini tour card too.
But
one of the worst days of my life. I lost my chicken card.
Right, but it's like people cherry pick the stories of like a guy made swing changes, lost his card. There's also people who didn't make swing changes and were kind of like stagnant and lost their card. So it's sort of like, you got to sort of look at both sides
It's like
of
a
it.
double-edged sword a little bit.